Look at it. Absolutely insane. It's so dark. What about the inside? Brand new filter. Nice and white. Oh, clean. I believe up here. Clicked. And the hose down below. Use a card. Here's the valve on the inside. Up next is the brakes. I got the card jacked up, and that is the only jack that I have available with me at the moment. So we're gonna do the brakes. Now I've checked the brake pads, both sides, and they are quite thin, like really thin. They're about like 30% left, I would say so. And I believe this side, it's either this side or the other side, is like about like 10% left. Don't remember, but I'll check it out. So we're gonna do the pads. Yep, there we go. Gonna clean this as well too. Oh my god, look at how black that thing is. That is really bad. Wow. Let's see. This side, yep, okay, there we go. Affirmative. This side is really thin, really thin. Yeah, it's no. This side is not safe to drive. What about the other side? Alright, same thing. Driver's side is thin, really thin. Now, I was going to change the brake rotors, but the design of the brake rotor itself is quite different and not what I expected. You know, I thought I'm just gonna remove the caliper and then just take it out, the brake rotors. Nope. This one, you have to take out a lot of things. Take out the caliper, remove the steering knuckle, the lower ball joint, the camber arm, camber nut. Basically the whole thing. Once it's out, you're gonna have to remove this one as well, which holds the wheel bearing on the inside. I'm not gonna do it because if I were to do that, I might as well just change the wheel bearing, which I did not have with the brand new wheel bearings for it. So for now, I'm just gonna change the pads. And plus, if I were to do it, it's just too much work, you know, and a lot of parts, and you know. And I didn't even bought brand new wheel bearings as well, so pads. And as for the rotors itself, it's, I would say, quite a bit of lip, but I think it's usable. I would say so. It's the pads itself is really worn, like really worn down. So change that. What size is this? I think it's a 12. Is it the 12? 14. So 14 on the top, and no, different. So above is 14 and down below is probably 16. 17 it is. 17. Man, look at that dust. Jeez. Oh, okay. So it's a one piece. It is dry. Wow. Okay. Definitely gotta clean this. Now, can I remove this? It is free though. My it's so hard. Man, that thing is so seized in there. God damn. Holy, look at that brake dust. Never been changed before, that's for sure. Why are you not coming out? God damn it. Come on. Really? You should be out by now. There we go. Yep, the guide pins are really dry. Okay, now where do I hang this? Can I hang this on a impact? Looks good. Okay. The pads, man, those guys are so crusty. Outer piece. Oh my god, you guys could not believe it. Oh, let me show you in a bit. Oh man, look at these. So this is the outer piece. You can see it is really thin, like there's nothing left. Look at that. Oh wow, this is dangerously like thin, you know. I'm glad I'm changing this out. With that, I want to clean up the whole thing. It's some iron, dust, and steering wheel. Don't know about this, how it works. I don't have a degreaser, so I'm just gonna use this instead. And plus, you know, this area hole is all full of brake dust and all that shit. There we go. Oh, it stings, that's for sure. Wow. Alright, so I'm gonna need to remove the drive shaft. The boot itself is torn, and I have a new boot for it and everything else. And I got the grease board. So what I'm gonna do now is remove basically a lot of stuff here. Steering knuckle, the camber knuckle, this side, the sway bar bushing, and then this 32 nut. The residue from the drive shaft, the grease, just went all over the place. Oh, wow! Oh, that shit. Oh my god. Went through the skin. Ow! Okay. Yeah, now. Alright, here you go. Hammer time. Is this thing bent? Okay, so I end up broken up the pin. The pin for the tire rod. Gonna need to find a replacement on that. Where is it? 17. Yep, there we go. Just gonna gun it out. Now I don't have the ball joint separator with me right now. I'm just gonna go smack down with this thing. Still doesn't want to come out, eh? Would not want to come out. There we go. Now it does. Jeez, man. The ball joint is still good though. Torn a couple of boots here and there. Hopefully nothing crazy, but oh well. Would you look at that? There we go. Whoa-wee! My, it is squished. Absolutely squished. Look at this. Look at the thing. My. I got replacement for these rubber ones, OEM. This, I believe, are silicone, which are not really good for absorbing all of the vibrations and especially like stiffness into it, because you know silicone a lot more softer than rubber. So for the camber nut, I'm gonna mark this. I'm gonna need to mark this with a correction pen. Don't have a marker, but should be good enough. And if I don't mark it, the camber setup is gonna just go all over the place, and I'm gonna need to get alignment again, which I'm not going to. I will say if it's very off, then sure. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, this should do it. Nice. Uh-oh. Ooh! Uh-oh. What? Yikes. Oh no, why is it like that? That looks bad. Uh-oh. I think I may have broken something. Please don't broke. Alright, nice and free. Okay. Yeah, about that. Don't do that again. Right. Let me just. There we go. Nice. Oh, interesting. Ooh, my, look at that boot right there. Holy, that is torn. Really torn. Absolutely torn. Torn. So the split was. Where is it? So the split was here, okay? So it was here. And then a bit of here, I think. Actually, no, it's here. Yeah, this place. And from what I'm seeing the last time, it was split here. So it was like this. And over time, it got worse and worse, and then it got this. Okay, so unfortunately, I have to take out the drive shaft out because I just realized the bolt doesn't go from the side. It has to go from here in all the way here. And at the same time, I lost about a couple mLs of gearbox oil, which I'm gonna top up. Time to fit in the new boots. Now before I fit in, I need to test it out. Let's see how easy it is to fit in this thing. Hopefully it's not too hard. If it is, then well, it is a bit of a stretch, I will say.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is stretchable though, this thing. Alright, it's the next day, and unfortunately I had to buy a new drive shaft because the old one, I just couldn't fit it in the boot with the new boot. So I'm like, you know what, might as well just buy a new drive shaft instead. And also I got jack stands now, jack and jack stand, so that's cool. Not sponsored by me, unfortunately. I wish it was I that bought the tooth, but nope. Had to resolve on someone. Anyways, without further ado, I'll jack up the car, put our jack stands properly, and then we can continue. So here is the new drive shaft. A lot of parts that I got just now got discounted quite a lot. So originally this was 190 and I got it for 150. You know, friend's place, so should slide in like so, I believe. Okay, clicked in. Now reinstall this whole thing. Now push it in. Let's see if we need to line up the splines though. Put some grease on the splines here. That way the new nut slides in easily. Don't know if this is necessary, but it just feels right. Okay, here we go. Should be it. And my ears are ringing, absolutely ringing. I think I forgot something. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I forgot something. 1 second. Washer. The new nut. The new pin goes in. I could follow the old style, which is, I believe it goes like this and then it comes up. Or I could, I don't know, do on the sides. So it goes like this. And I believe it goes that should do it. That should hold the thing. Alright, up next are the sway bar bushings, the outer ones. So I got rubber bushing here, not silicone. First thing first, the bushing at the bottom. Where is it? Should be about there. Yep, there we go. Bushing at the bottom. Start from the bottom, like so. And then go through this one. After that, bushing goes in here. Okay. And then there is a plate sandwich. That one goes like this, I believe. Yep, like so. And then a cone goes here. And then another washer or a plate, and then bushing, which should sandwiches in between the bush, the sway bars. I think I'm gonna need to jack it up just a bit. Slide in, man. Why are you so tough? What in the hell? You know, I don't remember being this difficult to put it in. Back in school, push the bushing all the way in. Can be a little difficult.
Alright, correction. So the correct way to install the bushing, sway bar bushing, is like this. The bolt goes from the top and go down below, and there's a nut down below where you can insert and tighten up from there. And according from a video, this is how it's installed, whereas the where shown on video, it's other side around. And I believe that one is for a different car, which is the Iswara, whereas this one is the Iswara. I don't know, could be like a different car, I guess, but yeah, this is the correct way to install. And the driver's side, same thing. Don't know about this one though, this bushing right there. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I guess this is the correct way to install, I guess. I don't know, some old school bushing type, so yeah. As for the brake pads, I went with this brand, not Bendix, not the good stuff. You know, at the time I couldn't afford it, so I thought I just got this instead. Now this thing is not suitable to go downhills, to say the least. Let's say if I want to go to like Kimanis or whatever, this thing won't cut it. I'm gonna need Bendix. I mean, this car is not gonna go uphill anyway, so this should do it. But before that, I am gonna need to, oh my god, this is
clean the guide pins. As you can see, they are dry, like crusty dry. Not even a single lube in it, or grease, whatever. Which can be bad for the new brakes. If it's not lubed, the pad's gonna cause an uneven wear. That means one side is gonna be thicker and one side is gonna be thinner. But before that, I'm just gonna need to clean this up. I don't have a wire brush with me, but I do have brake cleaner, so that can help ease it off. I don't have brake paste. Instead, I'm just gonna use regular grease. With regular grease, you're gonna attract a lot of like dirt and grime and so that sort of stuff, which is not good. But I only have what I have, so I'm just gonna use grease instead. And in fact, my workplace also do the same thing as well, you know? Just apply some rubber grease on the side and should be good. On the piston itself, and then slide the new pad in. And this time, look at the pads, just look at it. A lot more meat than before. Just absolutely look at this. Hell yeah. There we go. Brake caliper piston is compressed. I did that like off camera, so I can just install it. Hey, wait, hold on. Before that, I almost forgot. Gonna need to lube up the guide pins. Interestingly enough, this thing is a solid piece, unlike a two-piece where there's a nut and then there's the pin itself. Interesting to see. Now the small bolt, which is a 14, size 14, goes on the top. You know what, I think I forgot to oh god, play them a bit. Need to slide them back and forth and see if they work nicely, which I forgot. Okay, slides it nicely. Alright, so I have to downsize the quality because my phone is full. By the way, I'm recording this on a phone, LG V60, shout out. I have an SD card, but it's full as well too. I'm not gonna zip it down fully, just like so. I had broken a nut once. Well, I was at work too, you know. So I was fixing a van, a Toyota Hiace, and I used a breaker bar while tightening up this nut right here, the guide pin nut. And while I was tightening it, you know, using the breaker bar, and all of a sudden I felt the thing like snapped, like it's loosed. And then I told my colleagues that I snapped the nut. They didn't really like scold me or anything like that. They just let me know that the nut doesn't really need to be tightened all the way in. It just needs to be tight and that's it. A little bit of good and tight on the other side, if I can get it good and tight though. Let me move this jack away first, hold on a sec. Okay, and the top part also good and smack. Alright, that should be it. That should do it. Up next, the wheels. Yeah, they don't look pretty, isn't it? Although I do like the style though, it kind of reminds me of the R33 Skyline wheels. But as you can see, it is absolutely nasty. It's all full of brake dust. Look at this black stuff, whatever this thing is. And if I flip it on the other side, yeah, look at that. Dust, you know, poo, piss, everything all stick into here. Do not worry, as I will clean this up. I already have the stuff ready and you'll see. You're gonna watch, people. Watch the magic trick happen right in front of your face. Got my iron dust and stain remover. Just gonna spray the entire surface of the wheel, including the backside. Let it agitate a bit, and then I'm gonna use a brush to just brush it off and then pressure wash it. Oh boy, this is gonna be satisfying. But man, does this thing stings? It absolutely stings. Just look at the amount of dirt this thing is coming off. Oh my god, dude. It is really bad. This thing has not been cleaned in like years, you know. And surprise, surprise, it doesn't even have the weights on it, which is interesting. And yet I don't feel any wheel vibration whatsoever. Oh yeah, this is gonna take some time to scrub it down. It is absolutely stained, guys. Absolutely stained. I don't think that thing's gonna cut it though. I'm gonna need to go through like 2 passes, like you see this. Jesus, that's how you know how bad this thing is. Insane, man, insane. Look how absolutely nasty that is. Holy. Fun fact, back when I used to work as a wheel technician, I had to deal with this kind of stuff very often, you know. Just customer bringing in their cars where the wheel is all filthy, full of crap and all, and I have to just clean the absolute crap with paint thinner, just absolute cleaning it, and it is such a nightmare, you know, absolute nightmare. Alright, that's the most I can do. It is just gonna take a long time to just scrub it out, clean up and all that stuff. I mean, this thing just won't cut it. I don't know. Maybe this thing is not strong enough, but yeah. I don't have the Maguire stuff, too expensive, so just gonna work what I have. Time to put it back in. Now I'm just gonna do the other side. Copy paste the same thing. Don't think you guys are gonna need to see it. Minus the drive shaft installation. That's it. Should be in, should be easy. No need to mess up the camera and all that stuff. You can see how worn that thing is. Look at that part. It's literally not existent anymore. Look at the pads, dude. So this is the inner and outer side. Look at the thickness. Just look at this. Look at this. It's not too bad, I would say. But yeah, it's right on the mark. Literally right on the mark. Glad I'm changing this though, because the brake pedal feel not too good. Especially with the other side. Now, as I was pulling the drive shaft out, I did lose some oil, about like half a milliliter, I guess. So I got new oil and I'm gonna fill it in, and you know, just like a safety precaution. If not, I'm gonna run dry, run the risk of overheating the transmission, you know, kill the gearbox, and more work, you know, more money, more work. Don't want to do that. I did catch some in here, so I'm gonna just put it back in. I don't want to waste some of the stuff, so you know. Alright, that's 1 liter filled. That should be it.